Hello YouTube, this is Don before you, and I'm here with one of my newest and favorite decks compared to Gravekeepers. I know I like to think I'm really good with Gravekeepers, that's just me being cocky, but Ritual Beast, this deck's so fun. Like, in my opinion, it's what, to me, is the funnest deck in Yu-Gi-Oh! And what I enjoy playing. I just love the playstyle and how you can, like, piss off your opponent, because I recently had an opponent that got really pissed off because I kept bouncing my Ritual Beast ulti ones back, and he couldn't really respond with anything he had properly. So, like, Mirror Force doesn't work. Bounce it back, special him defense doesn't pop him. So that's really good. And it actually does fairly well against the meta. I played against people at my locals and people online. It can beat Niklas, it can beat Infernoids, it can beat Heroes easily, which are primarily topping in Japan, and here as well. I don't really get to test them against Burning Abyss and Shaddoll since recently I haven't been playing against them that much, but I can imagine they do fairly good as well. So I'm going to start off with what I run in my build and why, and then show you some, like, the first turn combo, basically. And then the rest I recommend you figure out on your own if you're going to play this deck, because it's really good. First we play 3 Kanahawk. This card is a Gold Sark for any Ritual Beast card. Very good, and a primary card you need in your first turn play. Oh, also, by the way, in the names they have Spiritual Beast and Ritual Beast Tamers. That also becomes very important in wording with cards, so don't get them confused. As long as it has Ritual in the name when cards require it, or Ritual Beast Tamer, that depends on what cards you need to be used. But for now, 2 Spiritual Beast Apelio, basically during damage calc or any time during a battle. Banish a Ritual Beast card from your graveyard, and all your things gain 500 attack and defense. So very good. 2 Rapengu, basically you banish one of the extra deck ones, and then you send the same type from deck to grave. So Thunder, you would send Kanahawk. Apelio, you'd send a Pyro, which means you banish the ulti Apelio, basically. So he's very good, especially if you have Defissure or Macro first turn, and then you can get your first turn combo off like you would with Kanahawk, which I'll show you later. 1 Petalfin, this card puts in work. Basically a compulsory. I feel like a lot of people underrate it. Obviously it's not that good compared to some of the other ones, but it's a very good card. I saw a build in Japan that played 3. I thought that was a little too much. I think 1 or 2 is your best option, but I'm comfortable with 1. So that closes up the Spiritual Beasts. Ritual Beast Tamers, basically a Pollux for your Ritual Beasts. Very important. Him and Kanahawk are the key cards for the first turn play. That lets you get a bunch of pluses off. So 2 Pilica, this is a new card. Basically he's like Laro, which when you normal summon him, or pendulum summon, but we don't pendulum summon in this deck, you get to normal or special summon a Ritual Beast monster from your grave, and that's very good. So, and he also has better stats than Lara, in my opinion. 2 Wen, this is Pilica, but for Banished, so you special 1 from the Banished, which you do pretty often. Some people play it at 1. I think 2 is a good one, like a good amount, even if you have E-Tellies in here and stuff. So Lara, special from grave. And that closes up the Ritual Beast Tamers we play. 3 E-Telly, key card if you only have cards in hand like the Spiritual Beast monsters, not the Tamers, and you need a Tamer, so you'll special them, or you can do it during your opponent's turn and set up some plays or something. So, not a bad card. Very high dollar card if you want to play this deck, so if you can get them cheap, that'd be good. 3 Upstarts, cycle through the deck faster and makes your deck a 37 card deck, and you can OTK still in the deck even if they're at high life points, because you whittle them down with your advantage. Ritual Beast Bonds, banish 2 Ritual Beast cards, and then, they're not cards but monsters, and special 1 and ignoring the summoning conditions. So that way you don't have to have a Tamer and a Spiritual Beast for the ulti versions. And it's also a quick play, and searchable with Conahawk and ulti Conahawk. So it wraps up the spells. You don't play a lot because you don't need to. 3 Ambush. This card's very good. Target Ritual Beast and Tamer and a Spiritual Beast from your banished and or graveyard. So that's some tricky wording, but basically you can do 1 from banished, 1 from grave, both from grave, or both from banished, and special them. You only can use once per turn though, or 1 per turn. Still good and searchable with your first turn combo if you get the right pieces for it. Boss ass trap for this deck. Ritual Beast Steeds or Surprise Attack in OCG. If you control a Ritual Beast monster, destroy a number of monsters on the field equal up to the number of Ritual Beast monsters you control. So you can do tricky stuff with this, like if you have a ulti and then they enter battle or something, you can banish this, special your Tamer and your Spiritual Beast, and then pop 2 instead of 1. So that's some of the tricky things you can do with this card. So it's very good. And it doesn't target, which is a very key factor. 3 Fiendish Chain. I was playing this at 2, I just bumped it up to 3 because I thought 3 would be good. And I needed to cut down on some Pilicas. Fiendish Chain, self-explanatory, stops attacks, stops monster effects. Because you don't want their plays going off. Mind Crush, very good tech this format because Neckloss, Masked Heroes, everything fucking searches in this deck. Or not in this deck, but in this format. And you want to be able to call what people search. So, very good card. This card, Anti-Spell Fragrance. Both players must set spells before using them. They can't activate the turn they set them. Very good against Neckloss, Shaddoll's, any deck that spams spells. Easily sideable too, so it's not a big deal. Oh, they also don't expect it. That's a big surprise factor to it too. Torrential, decent card in this deck. People in the OCG are playing 3, although that's kind of iffy to me. Solemn Warning, just negate summons, and Macrocosmos to banish all your shit and their shit. I was playing at my locals, and this card absolutely took a crap on everybody's decks because they needed their graveyard so badly. Like I was playing against new Frightfurs or Fluffles or whatever you want to call them. He couldn't do anything. So now to get started on the extra deck, 3 Ulti Conahawk. Basically, you banish 2 cards from your, or take 2 banished Ritual Beast cards from your banish zone, put 1 or both of them in the grave, and then add a spell or any Ritual Beast card from your deck to your hand. And they also have the quick effect of during the other player's turn, you can return the extra deck to get a banish Tamer and Spiritual Beast. That goes for all the fusions. Ulti Apelio, basically he becomes Adrius. He can't be targeted by card effects when he attacks or is attacked. So very good. Ulti Petalfin basically can't be destroyed by card effects, so it's a wall if you need it, or to stall. I had to do that against my friend Sylvan's. New card, Ulti Gypelio. Basically during either player's turn, when a spell or trap is activated, or a monster effect, you can banish a Ritual Beast card from your hand to negate it. Usually it's a harder time to get them out, but with bonds you can get them out very easily just by banishing 2, and it makes it easier since you use a higher attack than normal Apelio, so you get to have that boost. Castell, 101, Exciton, Cowboy, Corn, and Dweller. These are just some fillers. Highly recommend you play Chidori, but it's a high dollar card. And yeah. Now I'm going to explain the first turn combo real quick before I end this video. So all you need for this is... Crap, where is it? Okay. Kanahawk and Wen in your hand. Or this is the main way to do it. Depending on what your opponent does, you can do it next turn too. But so if you're going first, let's say you have these in hand and your other 3 cards or whatever. Wen allows you to normal summon. Kanahawk, banish. So for this, you would banish, let's say, any one that isn't one of these 2. Then you contact Fuse for Kanahawk. You use this quick effect to put them back in extra. Special these in defense. These have already been specialed, so you can't special them again. Use Kanahawk's effect again. You banish another tamer that is not Elder, I mean. So Pilica and Penguin are in the banish zone. Now you contact again. These ones have already been specialed, and these ones have not. So now you contact for Kanahawk. It doesn't really matter which one you do first, but the second one must be Kanahawk. So you use his first effect, which is targeting one of the ones you specialed and one of the ones you didn't. So you're going to target Elder and Penguin, and then you're going to chain a second effect to target the ones you didn't special and put them on the field, while Elder goes to grave, and you still get to add your 1 card. Now, the cards you are going to be wanting to adding are one of these 2, depending on what your hand is, but generally, if you don't have either of these in hand, you're going to get 1 and 1. So let's say you get Steeds first, and then you banish these again, so all 3 have been special, so it doesn't matter what you special again. To do Kanahawk again, and then you use his effect again, banishing these 2 to get your Ambush and Steeds. And that's basically the first turn combo. It's really good. I recommend you guys play this deck. Try it out in DN, DevPro, or whatever. Real life, it's fairly easy to build and cheap. Just the Tellies and the Lightning Chidori are hard to get. So like, comment, subscribe. This is our new team channel. I'm also going to be uploading this to the Ambu42 channel. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace.